The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr now on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darian Stewart that time who was able to knock the pass away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep for the Broncos is Isaiah McKenzie. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
Yeah, we're good.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's Darkwan. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From midfield, here's Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll get this one down near the... ...20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Keenan. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And Cook has it left side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he didn't turn it into much more.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
This is taken at the 15. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, boys. Hey, go, Roger. Man down.
Just beating the play clock. Keenum. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Let's go.
On the run, Darkwa. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
On play action, now Keenan. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Take care of him. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Keenum. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Darkwa, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Orleans Darkwa, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
6:37. We're good.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. On 2nd down, Lynch. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Cooper's got it. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Down. Blue 80.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Darquan. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Down.
Working from the gun, Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Pass incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr gives to Marshawn. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Nugent puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Keenum now to throw. And they can't bring it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Carr will try it again on second down. Breaks through the contact. This one caught left side by Cooper. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now Carr throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On play action, now Carr. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And on the ground they go with a running back. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And a penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. From the gun, here's Keenum. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. Nugent tacking on the PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Keenum. Looking for Sanders here on the and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to wind up, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. attack here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Keenum now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Keenum throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Keenum now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Here's Carr to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Coleman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Carr. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Carr to throw on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
To throw, it's Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Keenum to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On third and long, it's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting away open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
So out come the Raiders. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Monday, down. You waiting? It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On second down, here's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Roberts. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Down. You waiting? Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, defense left. Come here. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. It's a hut, hut, hut. It's a hut, hut, hut. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Shotgun now for Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Todd Davis. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And they'll go on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Right there. All day, baby. Run! Right, 20! Hey, go, Roger! Hey, go, Roger! Cut!
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. Keenum now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. This is the veteran fullback, John Kuhn. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
When I checked in with my trusted spies about Carl Joseph and how he improved while he was at West Virginia, they kept coming back to, you knew he was a tackler, you knew he was a hitter, but my goodness, his coverage ability just got better and better, and we just saw a great example of that. There he was in man coverage, not going to pass away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Keenum now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And McManus able to put it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Down! Blue 80!
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for this.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the corner, Tremaine Brock, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Now Keenum. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they try the right side here. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. The drive starts with Devontae Booker, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
All right. Go, doctor. Yeah, we're good.
And they'll run it here. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run again now with Darko. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. Whoosh. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And shedding through the tackle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To his knee goes Keenum, and that should be the ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Denver, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.